Hey, yo.
If I can be serious for a minute.
Oh, yeah. Acknowledge me.
Hey, yo. Episode number 99. 99, boys, of the Sit Down Marks podcast. We are
99?
almost there.
We're like distinguished gentlemen now.
Oh, man. I can't believe I've looked at you guys for almost 100 episodes. Can you believe it?
No, I cannot.
I mean,
Technically, I haven't been here 100 episodes.
pretty nice to look at, so I do believe it.
What when did we figure out what episode you came on, AJ?
I think I was episode 6 or 5.
five or
I was a
six.
guest. I was a guest on 5.
He was a guest first. That's right. And then we were like, and then he wasn't on the next episode. And then we were like, then you were like, hey, we think of bringing him on as a permanent third.
Yeah.
It's like, and I was like, yeah, that's a good idea, man.
You're welcome.
I love how we impersonate ourselves.
It's a pretty good idea. You were asking me.
Hey, Primo on TV, you got an idea, man.
Oh, man. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, we'll get to that. But welcome, everybody, to the Sit Down Marks podcast, the best kept secret in wrestling podcast. I want to thank everybody listening on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google, all that stuff. You know which podcast platform you listen from. Do us a favor. Go on that very platform that you listen from and leave us a review if you don't mind. We really appreciate it. It helps out the pod. Helps get the name out there, good or bad. We do appreciate it in any way possible. And also want to thank SportsWire Online Radio every Friday. Thomas Bryce is playing the brand new episode that's coming out each and every week. So thank you to him over there for providing us the platform to bring our podcast to our UK fans, which SportsWire Radio is worldwide because it's online, but it's very popular over in the UK. So we thank everybody over there for listening to us. I mean,
love you wacky Brits.
We're going to be talking about this tomorrow because, one of our very first guests, not the first guest, but one of our first ones was RP Davies,
It was awesome.
Who is, ended up being on the pod a couple times. We got to talk to him through our SportsWire radio family. So, that kind of stuff, and look at him now. He's a champion. You know what I mean? Like, look at him. He's
so awesome.
So we'll be talking about that later. Yeah, so it's really cool. So thank you to SportsWire Online Radio and everybody over there, especially Thomas Bryce. Number one. Sports Report Radio.
That was a good one.
Online Radio. Thank you to Thomas Bryce, man. I hope you love these little tributes we do for you here. So,
hey, everyone.
Yeah, nobody else gets us up to that pitch level either. So, Les Michael's on.
Why do you think I can never do it? Because I physically cannot do that.
It's all about the pause. You gotta get the pause down.
No, say it to it.
Drop the number one.
Number one.
All right, lots of things happening in the world of wrestling.
Did it all for the nookie.
Right, going on right now over the first of the year is usually a big time for New Japan. Let's see what the old jukebox has for us this week.
So you can take that cookie.
Let's take it.
Oh, yeah, the Rainmaker once again back on the top of the mountain in IWGP. He's the new champion once again. He beat my boy Jay White, but the coin drop is kind of
That is a sick song, dude.
Pretty infamous, yeah, man.
Is he the best wrestler of all time?
Man, he's awesome.
Okada.
We'll talk about this a little bit later, but I only got to watch 2 matches, and it was his and Omega and Ospreay. And I still felt like I watched 2 hours worth of wrestling, right? You know what I mean?
I can't wait to talk about Omega and Ospreay.
Yeah, we'll get to that, man. But definitely a fire. I love this entrance song for Okada. So good stuff there. Good choice there by the old jukebox.
The old jukity box, baby.
Jukity Box knows his business.
He does.
Don't think that he doesn't.
Welcome to the show, everybody. I am the Dirty Bird. That is AJ and Primo. This is time to talk about what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill pay-per-view coming up this weekend, so we're going to make some predictions for that show. Primo's got a game of music class waiting on us for AJ and I to go at it. And, of course, we're going to talk about the latest in WWE and AEW, of course. And, yes, we're going to talk about Vince McMahon a little bit. And lastly, old school. We're going back old school, baby. We're going back to Pick Primo's Brain. One of the first few ever segments. I thought it'd throwback that we had on the show. Where,
very good.
You know, in the first couple episodes, we ran this category for a while because in the beginning, I didn't know a whole lot about Primo's wrestling, but wrestling knowledge, so to speak. But this time we're going to spin it a different era. So we're going to talk about a different way. It's going to be talking about that a little bit later. So let's have some fun, boys. Let's talk a little wrestling, man. Episode number 99. Let's go, Primo.
Is that Batman?
It is.
It's fantastic.
Don't leave us.
I know, that's my signal. I'm out of here.
What up, Mr. Cage Shadow Sweetheart?
This is the wild child, Connor Hopkins.
This is Christian Rose. Yo, this is the most dope, CJ Esparza.
This is the Croc Rocket, Nickelback poppin', curls for all the girls, the Perminator, Sam Beal.
And you are listening to the Sit Down Marks podcast.
And you are listening to the Sit Down Marks podcast with DB, Primo, and AJ.
With Primo, DB, and AJ on the Sit Down Marks podcast.
And I am on the Sit Down Marks podcast, and we're going to get some perfection today, baby.
All right. Well, we got a few shows coming up here. Not quite there yet, but let me give you a little teaser here. As you've heard me talking about Iron Spirit Pro coming up January 27th. That's the next show that we're going to be at. And then just a few weeks later after that, Dreamwave Wrestling is coming up February the 11th. And the main event of that card for that night, I'm pretty positive is going to be for the Dreamwave Championship. Vic Capri is the current champion. And we just had the Good as Gold Rumble. And there was a guy named Christian Rose that won that Good as Gold Rumble that's going to be going for the title. So I thought, why not bring Christian Rose back? He's going for the Dreamwave title. He's trying to restore order, as he's been talking about. So let's bring him on here, man. You know, we don't have to, we're not going to talk with him this time about, his influences. And, we're going to talk business this time. We're going to talk, what's it going to take for Christian to win the Dreamwave Championship? What's it take to get all the way back here? He probably thought he'd never had another shot at this title. So we're going to bring Christian back. We're going to talk about, a little more business this time. The Coyotes. How they're all coming into play here lately and all being very, very successful, winning a lot of matches. So we'll be talking about those two. So Christian Rose is going to be coming back. We're going to drop that pod sometime, probably about a week before the February 11th card for Dreamwave. So I'm excited, man. This one's, I kind of see it in his eyes, man. He's a little more serious this time. This title means a lot to him. He told us, right, his very own lips told us that Dreamwave Wrestling is not the same and is not Dreamwave without him. So, this title is going to be important to him. So, this is going to be a big deal, man. So, I'm excited to talk to Christian and bring him back and talk about that show coming up February the 11th.
I just think he's an awesome guest. I can't wait to talk to him again. He was so goddamn funny the first time.
He's great. He's one of my favorite guys to introduce to because he's got like 54 nicknames. And
yes, he
it's
does.
Great. Yeah. So,
by the way, am I the only one who thinks that Vic Capri looks like Vic Dupree? I think he looks like LA Knight, like a baby LA Knight. Because I do. I think they look so similar. I've never noticed
that before. That they do look similar. Yeah, the haircut's a little the same. The build's a little the same. Yeah.
I wonder if he also talks like The Rock.
I
He
can see
doesn't.
that. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But yeah, excited to talk to Christian Rose. So yeah, a little teaser there. He's going to be coming back later. So let's talk a little what we've been watching on TV here last week, boys. Let's talk. Let's do it in reverse. Let's go in reverse this week. Let's talk NXT first.
The thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
There you go.
Is that Missy Elliott?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
that's
we
a good
work
poll.
it? All right, here we go.
Good poll.
I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Thanks, Primo. I'm gonna have that in my head now. All right, so let's start NXT. So, all right, so a lot of people have been saying it. I'll agree to. Like, the show's not been very watchable lately.
No.
It's the Mandy's gone. So different kind of things going on. They're trying some different things. But I mean, this week was kind of an okay. The 20-man battle royal is for the number one contender to Roxanne Perez's women's title, which is coming up here pretty soon. I think that's coming up here. They got New Year's Evil coming up next week, which not a pay-per-view, but an elevated regular Tuesday show. I think it's what it is. Or is that a weekend show? Do you guys know?
I think it's Saturday, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me say this, man. Okay, so Waller Breaker is the title, is the main event. Yeah. They gotta do a switch here. They gotta try something, right? They got to. I think Grayson's probably the move.
I would say so. Yeah,
I don't see anybody else. Yeah, no,
he's been
go ahead.
Champ for how long now? Has it been a year?
Too long.
Quite a while. Seems like I feel like he's beaten a lot of people though. If it hasn't been a long.
He's done pretty much nothing with it.
Yeah, I just think they need like a nasty heel to, I don't know, make it a little more interesting. I don't know. They brought Kofi and Xavier down, or not down, I guess, or over to NXT. Should I say?
Over.
And that's been interesting. Like, I think that's worked pretty good so far. But but everything else has been very meh. So I don't know. Like, it seems like the quickest little lipstick on a pig for the moment is to put Waller.
A stupid pig.
Yeah, but that's all I want to say about NXT. Though, like I said, not much. Pretty Deadly hasn't been on except for the little backstage segments of where they're proving what they can do to get a rematch to the New Day, which I think finally next week they're going to get it. But anyhow, let's go to Impact, man. Let's talk a little Impact. We got Hard to Kill pay-per-view coming up.
Yep.
Anthony Green was on Impact, which I thought was cool. He was in a match versus Black Truth. Anthony Green's he's been NXT for a little while, been on the Indies, so it's kind of cool to see him on there. Did you guys see the Mickey James vignette?
I missed that.
The Mickey James. The Mickey James.
Country! Country!
The remix. All right, so so they're doing this kind of thing where they're just laying into the storyline. She's, this is all she's ever wanted, and the love of wrestling, and she's not ready to leave yet. But if she loses, she's gonna respect what she said she was gonna do. What if she does some kind of fucking dirty heel shit? Like you know what I mean? Like, and some nasty
I ain't losing,
you
bitch.
motherfuckers. Like, yeah, I ain't losing, bitch. Like, and like, fucking, I ain't going nowhere. Like,
That would be
I'd be down with
awesome.
that.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Now I want that to happen. Oh no, it's not going to happen. I'm going to get sad.
Right.
Because that would be so cool.
And then, of course, we go home with Billy Ray segment. He's got some cronies now. Yeah, John Schuyler's one of them. Which I love Schuyler. I know. He put Scott D'Amore through a table, which... Yeah, I mean,
I cannot stand these segments. I cannot stand them.
they're awful. Primo, let's talk about this Hard to Kill paper.
Yeah, man, let's get to this. Hard to kill, baby. So, so on the pre-show, you have the Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Championship with the Death Dolls. That's Taya, Valkyrie, and Jessica and Rosemary. Versus Tasha Steeles, Savannah Evans, and Giselle Shaw. That's the pre-show.
That is her real name.
It is her real name.
Then you get to the main show, and it's Eddie Edwards versus Jonathan Gresham. What you think about that?
Ooh, Johnny's the new guy on the block, so I'm going with Johnny Octopus.
He's new, but he's not new.
He's not new, but he's not going to take the boss.
No.
Yeah. Falls. I mean, but Eddie Edwards was just fine for the title like 2 months ago.
Yeah, but Eddie Edwards sucks.
Now he's the opener.
Because he sucks.
Falls Count Anywhere match: Rich Swann versus Steve Macklin.
Steve Macklin. I cannot bring myself to root for Rich Swann. I can't. I know too much about his personal life. He's a scumbag, allegedly. So I will always pick against him.
I'm going with Macklin as well.
Because you don't want to pick the scumbag? Allegedly.
All right. So I'll tell you this one time too. So once in a blue moon, it hasn't happened in a long time. Probably won't happen too much. I take my wife to independent shows. And she'd have a bad habit of wanting to pull for the people that like got canceled later on and stuff like that.
Why does she have like sympathy for them?
I'd end up having to tell her like, "Oh yeah, you remember that guy you were pulling for? Yeah, this is what he did." Like,
yeah, he beat up some nuns and stole from babies and.
Oh man, yeah.
Scumbag.
Yep. All right. Not Rich Swann.
No, go fuck yourself. You
Number one contenders 4-way for the women's Impact Knockouts World Title. Masha Slamovich versus Taylor Wilde versus Deanna Purrazzo versus Killer Killy.
I think you all know my pick, and I don't need to say it out loud.
Yeah, I'm picking Masha
like
too.
Deanna. I'm gonna pick Masha though.
Yeah. So that's all of us are picking Masha because it's Masha.
Masha Slamovich. Fatal 4-way elimination match for the Impact World Tag Team titles. That is the champions, Motor City Machine Guns, versus
That was the laziest, mostly machine gun gesture I've ever seen. Like 10 seconds later, he like throws his hand up.
Wait, are they the champions? They're not the champions. I'm sorry.
No, they're
not. They are they're the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions.
Not to be confused with the Neverweight Champions.
Right. Yeah,
too many weights.
Heath and Rhino, Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, and the Bullet Club. Chris Bay and Ace Austin. I could see them winning.
I can see any one of those teams winning.
But I would see, yeah.
I would be okay with any one of those teams winning.
If you're not going to give it to the Machine Guns, then give it to Bullet Club.
They're not. Yeah, they're not going to give it to Heath and Rhino. Even though I love Heath, Rhino can take his tiny arms elsewhere.
Yeah, Austin Bay.
Yeah, Bullet Club. Hardcore country.
He talks like Elias. He sounds like Elias. Because that's Elias, okay?
The Impact Digital Media title match.
Still a thing.
The MySpace title.
Moose versus Joe Hendry, the champ.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I could do without
Joe
this match.
Henry. I like Joe.
He's
the champ.
Impact X Division title match. Black Taurus versus Trey Miguel for the champion.
This match is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Black Taurus.
I'm saying and new. Yeah, Black Taurus.
I agree. I've been calling for this for a little bit now. I hope it happens.
I do too. Either way, the match is going to be outstanding.
Career versus title match. We have the Knockouts World Champion Jack Grace, or her name Jordan Grace. We call
There
her
you go.
Jack Grace here on the show.
All right,
For all of you out there that are new to episode 99 of Markland.
There it
She
is.
is facing none other than Mickey James.
this was probably the hardest one to pick, right?
None other than I agree.
None other than
Hardcore country.
Let's go.
I'm Jordan Grace. I think Mickey's gonna lose.
Hardcore country.
Yeah, I'm taking Mickey here. I think she goes down with the title.
I don't think so.
She's gonna win the title, go on a run, and then when she loses.
Oh, but I hope she does the whole heel turn thing that you were talking about. Like she's gonna lose, but then she cheats. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool too. Option C.
yes. And the main event.
Wait, what? Yeah, go on. What is it?
It is. I'm sorry. It's Josh Alexander versus Josh Alexander versus Bully Ray.
It's gonna be Bully Ray. Bully Ray's gonna win.
Metal Mayhem.
And then I'm gonna stop watching TNA for a while.
I'm probably right there with you. I was about to say that same thing too, but I probably won't because I don't know.
Is Bully Ray like booking now or something? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I
wouldn't doubt it.
I'm going Josh. I just can't
hope it's
pull
Josh.
I am also going for Josh.
I hope you guys are right because I fucking hate Bully Ray. He's one of the worst characters.
Maybe.
So that is your hard to kill card.
All right. Not too bad.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You know who's hard to kill?
Bully Ray?
Right. That match is the only thing worth buying.
And the X Division Championship.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. Yep. That's true. Let's move to AEW, boys. Do you guys like the new AEW stage setup?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, damn, I completely forgot about that. it's fine.
It's big, huge video boards.
I didn't like that they got rid of the face and heel tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Although at the same time, I kind of did because now it's like, okay, well, now they can have some intrigue.
Are they coming out left and right?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, no, it's just one.
Still one? Oh, okay. Huh.
That's how they come out. Right up the middle.
AEW was in Seattle last week. Hot crowd. Darby's hometown crowd. Bryan Danielson's state as well, basically. But awesome pop. Probably the biggest pop outside of Darby's. Darby's was pretty big. Was the Acclaimed.
Yeah,
those cats are over, man. In Seattle, they loved them there.
And then that match happened.
Yeah, so Darby and Samoa Joe was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah. 2 coffin drops to win it?
Yep.
Is he? I was going to ask you guys this because I couldn't quite remember. Is he the first 2-time champion?
Darby Allin?
TNT?
No.
Yeah.
No.
He was the first 2-time.
No,
Unless it was
Sammy
Cody.
Sammy was the 2-time.
Was it Cody?
No. Oh yeah, Cody may have been the first one, but Sammy was also one.
Yeah, but who cares about Sammy?
Well, I'm just saying, Darby wasn't the first.
Okay. Cool. I was kind of wondering about that.
But yeah, he's one of the first.
Yeah.
It was a good match.
Yeah.
I
thought the new stage was pretty cool.
It's good.
It looks like what I did like about it is I don't know if you guys noticed this too, is like they were taking like farther away shots when the wrestlers were coming out, and it would be showing the video on one screen and then their name on 2 or 3 of the other ones. And, it was like mixing all that together and stuff. So I thought that part was kind of cool of it. Did the walkway light up? I didn't even pay attention to that.
I don't know.
Well, sure. But I thought AEW was pretty solid this week. Darby wrestled twice. He wrestled on Rampage too. So
Yeah.
he got 2 matches in. That kid's nuts, man.
Yes, he's going to die a
Yeah.
very early death. So
like he got hurt.
This is actually the best episode of Dynamite I have seen since Fall Brawl or whatever the fuck they're calling it. Brawl for All or whatever. Since the whole incident.
Brawl out.
Yeah, that. So, I mean, I didn't like all the results. Like, Darby Allin Samoa Joe was great. The Acclaimed, I hated that Jeff Jarrett and I love Jay Lethal, though, but I hate Jeff Jarrett, so I was very torn on that. Ricky Starks beat Chris Jericho, which was Chris Jericho finally putting over someone. Fantastic. I can't wait for the Iron Man match between Bryan Danielson and MJF, because Bryan Danielson, he's going to put him the fuck over, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
Because MJF is going to come out of that looking like $1 million, and it's going to be great. But yeah, there's one thing I can't stand Adam Page. I can't. Like, he comes on the screen, and I'm like,
hey, man?
You. Yeah, I
hey,
can't.
Man? Oh, really? I like him, man.
Cowboy shit. Get the fuck out of here. I'm so bored with you.
Yeah, I think that he could do a little bit of a change from that, but I don't know. It's kind of who he is in a way.
Shit, who he is boring.
Yeah, it is a little vanilla. It is a little bland.
I don't understand why he was ever AEW champion. I really don't.
Right.
He has no charisma.
Tony Khan having a pretty good week. His Jaguars won the AFC South, got in the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had a good week.
I mean, that's about where they're going to end, but yeah.
One of my best friends is a hardcore Jags fan, has been for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And so he was I was excited for him. I'm not the biggest Trevor Lawrence fan in the world, but I think he's the real deal. Now that we're talking about football.
I didn't know that Jaguars fans were real.
Yeah, there's like 5 of them.
The Jaguars have been in the league since ~95.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
I mean, I'm aware of that. I just like I like taking digs at them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you probably a couple years ago, up until then, you couldn't get a soul in that stadium. Now they were packing them out, man.
Yeah.
So Blake Bortles, Maurice Jones-Drew.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mark Brunell.
Tiniest running back ever, Maurice Jones-Drew.
Tony, yeah, him, JD.
Urban Meyer, let's not forget him. Best.
He got fired.
He did get fired.
Just like he does from everywhere else.
Rightfully so, too, because he's a garbage human.
All right, let's move to WWE, boys. You guys like the little hostile takeover that the
exciting start to Monday Night Raw? That's what I put on my notes.
Yeah. And they did it again Friday on
Smacking it down, maybe.
Yeah. What do you guys think? It's a pretty cool little spot. I like it.
And they're going to do that to show you the Bloodline owns all of 2023. You know why?
I don't know this.
AJ?
Why?
Because you're the two and we the ones.
I didn't like this because this is very reminiscent of when NWO took over Nitro. Remember, and they dismantled the whole stage and put up. It's not like they did a bad job with the Bloodline taking over, because it was fine. But I just kept remembering how many times they played the NWO music when that whole episode happened, and it drove me fucking nuts. So I kept having flashbacks, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
God, why do you have why?
Okay, 2 things though about Elias. I think we're played out on getting interrupted with the guitar, right? I mean, don't we need to move on with something else? I mean
they tried.
That's what happens at this point.
They tried to move on with Elias.
Is that the only thing we can do with him?
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't know, but I do like. I thought the Music City Street Fight was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh yeah, wrestler wise, yeah. The spot on the piano I thought was funny.
I've always liked Elias.
It looked like it hurt.
Yeah. I like him too.
I don't know what business they had putting Hardy in there though, but that's all right.
Right.
Just say hi.
So is Alexa? Is she a legit contender to Bianca, or is this just filler till we get to a bigger picture? Something to do for her.
Wait, what?
Anyone?
Mm,
So
I
you
think
guys
they're
think
gonna
about?
do some. I think they're gonna do something tonight. To be honest, bring out that story a little more with her and Uncle Howdy and all that.
Right. Yeah,
I'm
she
okay
is
with it.
making teases.
I love Alexa, so as long as she's on TV, I don't care.
I'll say this too, man. Austin Theory's looking. I think he's looking better. I think he's looking more
Yeah.
comfortable.
Better.
Yeah.
Dude is looking like he's going to be a major star. Like,
I mean,
like,
it's like
you know,
Triple H chipped him away and built him back up.
I think he might need new music. Like, get
Fairly
rid of the
quickly,
A-Town
though.
Down song.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
whole
yeah, I
A-Town
agree.
Down thing is stupid too. I hate when
Like,
wrestlers
just call that your finisher and just leave it at that.
Which I hate it when wrestlers try and put in slang to be cool and hip in their entrance music. Stop. Yeah, just stop, Austin Theory. You're A-Town. Shut
A-Town
the fuck
down.
up.
A-Town down.
There's not many people that can get away with doing that. Austin Theory, you're not one. You're not cool.
He beat Seth again last week too, man. So they're putting some stock into him. But
Which
yeah,
is
I just
fine.
think he needs some different music. Yeah, it's fine.
He is 100% the future.
Sure, for sure. All right, let's talk about Rumble. Royal Rumble Roman Reigns versus Roman versus KO at the Rumble. What do you guys think about that match?
Mm-hmm. Why not? I mean, Roman hasn't beaten KO yet, so
they're only going to have a couple matches because both the Rumble's going to take up most of the time. So they're only going to have a few matches. But Scarlett wrestled. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Scarlett with oh shoot, I can't. Why am I forgetting people's names? Like
because you're old.
Yes, I know.
You and Fred Durst.
Full circle.
Oh man,
it's a callback right there.
Karrion Kross, Scarlett. She wrestled.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I forgot that Karrion Kross was still in.
Did a mixed
WWE.
tag. Yeah. He's very forgettable at the moment. Like I can totally see that.
Very boring.
All right, so I'll say this, man. When Charlotte came out with the belt, like my heart just kind of fluttered and kind of set back into place, and I just felt like everything was right again in the world of wrestling with Charlotte coming out as the champ.
Sure.
Just the way I feel. Just the way I feel. Just want to put that out there. But what cracked me up mostly was, I believe it was Friday. They were in Memphis. This crowd was good, man. They had some good zingers. They started chanting, "Thank you, Charlotte, for taking the belt from Ronda," because she mentioned Ronda. So that was funny.
They were chanting something else at Sonya too. I can't remember though.
Yeah, they were chanting, "Whoop that trick."
That's what it was.
Yeah,
and then Charlotte called her a trick.
yeah. It sounds like they want me to whoop that trick. Yeah, that was funny. But before that, KO and Sammy are going to wrestle this Friday, and basically they're doing this storyline where Roman's like, "All right, you're going to take care of Kevin once and for all," But they've already announced KO versus Roman at the Rumble, but this has been good. It's been good. These little storylines with WWE so far.
Yeah, I agree. I think that that's exciting. I like some KO, so to see him go get that title shot's nice. And also I gotta say, I put this is in my notes too. It's from the end of Raw and part of SmackDown. It always makes me happy to see Drew and Sheamus on the same page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you see that little segment where they were like smacking the shit out of each other and like in the chest and stuff?
Banger after banger.
Right. And
They're
like
they're the new Bang Bros.
Right.
Except they'll steal your fucking woman. They're big dudes.
Yeah, they are big dudes. Yeah, it is fun to kind of see them both together. And it kind of looks like they're both kind of happy right now with their spot and just having a good time with it.
I just like, when, people are like real life friends that, that you don't insult my intelligence, and except for Sean and HBK, that was a fucking fire feud. but I was also a teenager, so I didn't know they were real friends. I did, but I was like, oh, they're really mad at each other. But no, like, I don't know, it's cool. Sheamus and Drew, I'm like, when they're on the same page, I like them more as allies than enemies. I'll say that.
Right. And when they first started doing the whole Brawling Brutes thing, we were like, like, oh boy, but like they kind of got over his
Yeah.
his faces.
Now we're like, shit, they're gonna go beat the fuck out of somebody.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so that's gonna be
But yeah, that's all I got for WWE and AEW.
Yep, that is all I got as well.
Yep.
All right, I'll tell you what. Let's do the King of the Mountain next. Why don't you go ahead and hit that Triple H music? Let's get this.
Yeah, Triple H music. Where did you?
Time to play the game.
All right, man. Well, as AJ is your current, still your King of the Mountain streak leader at 6. He is sitting up at the top of the mountain, looking at us all down, trying to fight to get over these zeros and ones and all that stuff here. So coming into this week, we were Primo was sitting at 0. I was sitting at 1. AJ was sitting at 0. We're all trying to get up to 6. And what we do is we pick from obscure and not so obscure sports sometimes games. As last week, we picked an NHL game. We picked the Las Vegas Knights, Golden Knights, and my reference to them was Gold Dust versus the Colorado Avalanche. Avalanche also being Earthquake, also being John Tenta. So there you go. That's kind of how I come to this game. Now, coming into this game, AJ and I picked Colorado. Primo went rogue on his own with Las Vegas. Let's see if it worked out for him. Final score: Las Vegas 3, Colorado Avalanche 2.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So that'll bring Primo up to 1. AJ and I will both cop back down to 0. Any strategy on that right there? Well, you said you liked Las Vegas. Their colors.
I like their uniforms. Yep. I'm a Caps fan, so I actually don't care about the Knights. But yeah, if I had to pick between those two, it was going to be Las Vegas and the Golden Knights. And I like the gold standard Shelton Benjamin.
Yep. Fair enough. All right. Well, that's going to bring us to this week.
Yep.
As you will be the leader with 1. AJ and I will both drop back down to 0. All right. So this week, man, we're going back to the UFC. We're going to be talking a flyweight fight that's going on this Saturday at Fight Night. We're talking about a guy named Charles Johnson, who reminded me of Ahmed Johnson. Who is currently 12-3, and he is the favorite going up against a guy named Jimmy Flick. Well, I thought of Jimmy Hart at 16-5.
Why you got to be a flyweight guy named Jimmy Flick?
Right, Jimmy Flick, right? Yep, at 16-5. So is his record going into this particular fight. All right, so who are you thinking here, Primo, going into this? You thinking of Ahmed Charles Johnson or Jimmy Hart Flick?
Well, when I think of Johnson, I think of lots of Johnsons out there. Ahmed Johnson. You got
True.
Soul Man Rocky Johnson.
Sure.
You have everybody on my mom's side of the family, last name Johnson.
Okay.
So I got to go with the Johnson.
You got to go with Johnson.
He may be kin to me. I don't know.
I know. And you didn't mention The Rock. He's a Johnson.
I know he is. Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah. So
I mentioned his daddy.
Yeah. So you got the bloodline in with his daddy. Yeah, for sure. So, so good stuff there. I think I'm going to go with you, man. It looks like this guy's a little bit of a prospect. So at 12-3, 16-5, both of these guys need to get a win, nonetheless. We're going to have to timestamp because I'm out of talking. Waiting on him.
That's fine.
41, 45.
You see the score?
17-7.
17-7, yeah. That dude likes to roll out, don't he?
How can you? So if the name is Jimmy Flick, how can you not pick that? So we're just gonna go with Jimmy Flick. That's
Oh,
the easiest choice that we've had since starting this game.
well, Me and Primo on the same side this week. You're going with, Jimmy Flick is a kind of a cool name, but like Primo, we were talking about earlier, like you got that name as a flyweight. So
I don't think it's a good pick, but
all right. Well,
Jimmy
Primo
Flick.
is the new streak leader at 1. So congrats, Primo.
Thank you.
All right.
Back on my way to the King of the Mountain.
Yep.
Got a long way to go there, buddy boy.
All right, it's time to play a little music class with Primo. Hit that game show music, dude. Let's do it.
So, we are back with Primo's music class. It's been a while. I know we had an installment like a month ago that we ended up postponing, but here we are.
Back,
music class. It's the game where Primo plays the songs and DB and AJ try to guess them. So, as you know, songs will be played in 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2 second increments.
It's not nearly long enough for me to Shazam, by the way. So
they can be
fucking sucks.
male, female, tag team, faction, any of the above, and any iteration of their gimmick. Right. So, without further ado,
here we go.
Your 10-second first one to shout it out gets the point. 10 seconds begins now.
Go! If you close your eyes, your life, and make it true.
By the way, I forgot to tell you, these are extremely
You know what? Fuck you guys.
Just close your eyes.
Why am I so bad at this? I don't understand. I watch wrestling as much as you two idiots, and yet I cannot do this.
Maybe this is your time. Maybe this one's yours. Maybe
I'm also a music nerd. This is even worse. Like,
So
there's literally a piano sitting right there's a guitar right there. Let's just go.
1 point for DB. Next up is your 8-second song interval.
Okay, concentrate.
Don't think too hard. Blurt out whatever. Just blurt something out.
I'm back!
Billy Bischoff.
And I'm better than...
Ooh. I think AJ got me.
No, it is Eric Bischoff.
God fucking damn it.
When I said blurt something out, I meant for it to be correct.
Oh, God. That was
good, though. That was good, though. I like the confidence there.
Let's go. This is guess. I might be right.
No, I got this one. It's fine.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it.
That was Eric Bischoff.
Of course it was.
6-second increment here.
Lance Storm.
All right.
Right.
Oh, yeah!
Matt Hardy. Where's he won?
Matt Hardy.
Yeah, I knew that one pretty fast, but I was laughing at my own right to censor joke, so I missed it.
4 seconds. Here we go now.
The first one. That one's
Fire Still Burns. Kill Switch Engage.
Engage. Thank you. It's me flexing on you right now, AJ.
I have to get one. Like 1 and 4.
You're my
right,
jobber. You're my jobber in this.
It's true, though. Oh, God.
Your 2-second one, it's super easy.
Yeah, you say that. Yes, I'm ready. Eric, take your headphones off.
APA.
Yeah. God damn it.
And your winner with the sweep. Get the broom out. Call him the cleaner. Because he just swept him. DB.
Yeah, Daddy.
That was pretty good.
Once again.
Fucking Jesus, goddamn! I'm gonna study.
That's my one thing.
That's your strength.
It's unbelievable how bad I am at this. I don't understand it. It blows my fucking mind. It's so confusing.
When I look at these, I'm like, man, these are gonna be too easy. Like, I don't want them to be, to be too easy. Here were the options today, and I picked 5 out of these 7 here that I wrote down.
Yeah.
APA, old CM Punk, Hulk Hogan. I almost put that on there just for AJ.
Thank you.
Christian.
I still probably would have fucked it up.
Eric Bischoff and Test.
I probably would have been
it literally says Test in the song.
Right. Test.
But the Hulk Hogan music, I probably would have been like, Girls in Cars. So bad at it. I really am. Like, when are we playing this next? Because I'm going to study. And I'm going to fucking...
Next month.
At least not embarrass myself.
It will be next month.
In my defense, I knew 3 of them pretty quickly. But just not quickly enough.
You just have to, like...
The first part of February, you got like a couple weeks to.
Oh yay!
To freshen up your.
Just go start
music.
So I actually used to own growing up. I had the WWE Anthology, which
is that the one with the Rock on the cover?
No, it had like the old Raw set on it, and it folded out, and it had like everything from like Honky Tonk Man, like that era, all the way to what was current at the time, which was mid 2000s.
Fucking Honky Tonk Man.
So, like, I know these.
All right, good stuff, man. Well, thank you, Primo. Appreciate it, sir.
No. You get no gratitude.
Next month.
Fuck yourself.
All right, AJ, it's time for your segment, but let's see if old Robot Voice is gonna intro you here.
AJ's segment about this thing that we just pulled up. It's gonna be fantastic.
Right.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah. Let me talk to
you. Yeah.
Is it still on? Like, do you still have it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, AJ, what do you got for us in the segment this week?
Oh, so, well, not to ruin the mood, but there was some sadness that happened last week. Don West, beloved commentator, mostly for TNA, is so awesome. He passed away, which is very sad. So we went back and we watched the time that he just snaps and basically goes off on his best friend, Iron Mike Tenay. And I can't remember, like it was over whether or not he was going to be fired. His contract was up for extension or blah, blah, blah. I don't know. But he basically turns on Mike Tenay. And like the first couple of times, I'm like, is this a work or is this like, what are they doing?
About this, dude.
But Mike Tenay's face, I've never seen such hatred in someone's face before. So this is absolutely real. Don West went into business and just eviscerates.
He'll kiss everybody else's ass too.
Oh, and I love it. Mike Tenay's like, what?
He's like, wait, what are you getting at, bro?
Yeah, wait, huh? So he was totally going off script.
Talk about this.
It was fantastic. This is why Don West and Mike Tenay made such a great team for all those years, and this is why Don West is one of the best because of this.
Moments ago, as we saw, TNA founder Jeff Jarrett did it. He used his power. He stepped up to the plate. Later tonight here on Impact, it's the contract signing for the match that we all want to see. Sting, Kurt Angle at Destination X. That's because of one man. That's because of Jeff Jarrett.
Mike, while you're in ass-kissing mode, why don't you kiss Sting's ass as well?
Excuse me?
You heard me? Why don't you go in the back, man? Ask Sting to pull his pants down and plant one on him, too.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, man, don't act stupid. You know what this is about. You know exactly what this is about.
I don't know what this is about. You want to educate me?
You want it right here? I'll be more than happy to educate you. In fact, I'll educate you, and I'll educate everybody else here. There's something that needs to be said. I'll tell you, Mike, you and I have been best friends for almost 7 years. We've done everything together. We've called every single match in TNA. I've been to your house. You've been to my house several times. Our wives are best friends.
Don, what's this all about?
Let me finish, please. Let me finish. A few days ago, TNA management held some meetings, folks. And one of the many topics of those meetings was my future here at this announce table. And Mike, today, I heard you were at that meeting.
Says who?
Just let me finish. You were at that meeting, and you said nothing in my defense. When your best friend's topic came up, you had nothing to say. You were neutral. Neutral. You wouldn't pick a side. I'm going to tell you something, people. You put this man on a pedestal. You do. You put him here. But I found out about this man. You're nothing but a selfish prick. You could have done the right thing, but you didn't have the balls. And I'll tell you something. I don't know what my future holds, but I know one thing. Now, you know what? I know two things. Number one, our friendship never be the same. And number two, you can take this microphone and shove it up your ass.
No balls, no balls,
No balls, no balls.
So that was. I wish we could have the video for that because Mike Tenay is pissed. Like his face is just like, you motherfucking prick! Shut the fuck up right now.
He's like,
it's amazing.
We're best friends. Our wives hang out with each other. We've been to each other's houses. We've banged each other's wives.
We are swingers.
Right. How dare
we
you?
went to the swingers convention together.
We've touched each other's linuses.
Exactly.
No, rest in peace, Don West. But seriously,
absolutely, yeah.
It was cool. A little, like I guess you call it promo by Don West going off on Mike today, and
yeah,
whether it was real, whether it was fake, there was some real life adage to it. So.
Yeah.
It definitely shows you how good Don was, man. He had us all, I mean, like he was that good. Like,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the reasons why I wanted to do a little something here for him today. So it was a good little video there. Good stuff there, AJ.
Awesome.
Primo, you want to plug that merch, sir? Let's see if we can sell some T-shirts.
Let's sell some T-shirts. So
sell some goddamn coffee mugs, will you?
We do have some merch, baby. If you want to go get some of your Marks merch from the Sit Down Marks podcast, you can have some exclusively just for yourself at www.tpublic.com/stores/sit-down-marks. That is www.tpublic.com/STOR. Phone cases, clothes, shirts, hoodies, baby clothes, coffee
baby
mugs.
Clothes.
If you don't like the stickers we already have that we have in surplus, you can make your own stickers if you'd like too. They have that option there. So go to that link. That link once again is www.tpublic.com/stores/sit-down-marks. And if you reach out to one of us on Twitter, we will shout you out here on the pod.
Yes.
Yep.
Damn Skippy.
This is Levi Cooper.
Hey, this is Buck Nasty, Bucky Collins.
This is Big Beef.
What's up, bozos? This is Trevor Outlaw, and you're listening.
And you're listening to the Sit Down Marks.
Sit Down Marks.
Sit Down Marks. And you're listening to the Sit Down Marks podcast with DB, Primo, and AJ.
All right, so for this little small segment today I got for you, we're going to kick it a little old school. Back in the old days, back in the single digits and, in early teens, 20s. I can't remember how long this segment actually lasted, but We didn't know. I didn't know a whole lot about Primo in the beginning, his wrestling knowledge. So I'd always have a segment for him each week where I would pick Primo's brain and ask him all kinds of things about, what he liked, didn't like, yada, yada, that kind of stuff. So to kind of spin it future forward up to now, I know a lot about Primo's wrestling knowledge, you know what I mean? But what I don't know now is what we're going to ask him today. Primo, I'd like to know, man, as a wrestling fan, as the Lucha Daddy, as the Texas Heartbreaker.
That's right.
That you are. Right. As a wrestling fan, though, in all seriousness, in 2023, what are three main things that are kind of at the top of your list that you'd like to see happen in wrestling?
So, that first, I have three things that came to mind right away.
Okay.
Number one, in 2023, I'd like for Randy Orton to return healthy. That'd be nice.
Love it.
If he's even if he's able to return, that'd be cool. If he's not able to return, Big E too.
I can't wait for Big E.
Both of those guys had pretty substantial injuries. One of them had surgery. The other one broke their neck. And had surgery. But they're pretty complex injuries that take a long time to heal, and hopefully maybe this year we'll see them back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Number two, selfishly enough, I would like to see Seth Rollins have another main event title run.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement with that. Like, yeah, Seth, possibly the best in the world right now. So
he's up there.
Yeah, he's in the talk. That's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. So, however they get the titles off of, as much as I want Seth to be the one to take them off Roman, I don't think he's going to be. But even if that's not the case, sometime down the line, whether it's SummerSlam or in the fall, later part of the year, Seth can be the next man up after whoever takes it off Roman.
Love it.
And my third thing, this can be on AEW, Impact, or WWE, or anywhere really.
No Bubba
I just
Ray.
want there, I want there to be an intense feud that begins and effectively ends without losing my interest.
Good luck.
Like one from start to finish that's
like you don't get bored.
Like I'm engaged the whole time. Like I'm begging for more.
Yeah.
And there's a fine line because, and I'm just as finicky as any wrestling fan. There's a such thing as too short, and there's a such thing as too long. So I mean, and what that gauge is, I guess each fan's different. But we're talking about me here,
right?
So,
yeah.
So what would be the example of a nicely timed feud for you that's recent?
I'd say something like that's recent.
Yeah, recent. Or not even recent, just a good example of one. Like good build, good payoff, not too long.
I don't know. Not that's recent. What I'm talking about hasn't happened recently. So
honestly, the last good one I can think of is Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt. I love that feud. That feud
was good. That was
never
good.
lost my interest.
I liked the turn in Steel Cage when he takes the jumpsuit off.
Yeah,
that's
awesome.
See, I can remember shit like that. Like that's the kind of thing. Like make memories for me.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
So I want something like that to happen. It doesn't have to be any specific promotion. I did think, even though with all the bullshit happened, I did like the CM Punk MJF feud.
I did too.
But still, I think, something
well laid out.
I feel like back in the maybe 10, 15 years ago, not 10 years ago, more like 15 years ago, plus they used to have such engaging storylines. You know.
Sure.
Not so much anymore.
Yep. All right, Primo, thank you, sir, for your 3 offerings of 2023. Very well said. You have to agree with all 3 for sure.
Yeah, that was good.
Well, stick with you, Primo. We'll stay over in your corner, man. Let's talk a little headlines here before we go home.
Yeah, man. So little headlines. You know, we like them news giggles.
Nothing like a good news giggle.
That's
Oh,
right.
Sean,
Thanks,
he's been on the pod a long time.
Yes, he
Oh,
is.
yeah,
a little news
a
giggle.
long time.
Nothing like a little news giggle.
Nothing like a good little news giggle. So, on AEW Dark in Portland, Oregon.
All right.
Roddy Piper's daughter, Teal Piper, debuted.
Teal Piper?
Teal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Teal.
Like the color. Yeah.
Okay,
Like the
that's what I thought.
Yeah. Yeah. This was it's kind of a little bit of a shocker here because I read up on her a little bit after seeing. I didn't watch the match. I just seen where she debuted, and apparently she's pretty good, and she's very well. She's very seasoned for her age, so it's kind of a little bit of a surprise that WWE or somebody hasn't tried to pick her up yet.
I think she looks like fucking.
You looking her up right now?
Paige, yeah.
Paige, yeah.
Paige, yeah.
Paige, yeah. Paige, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, she's a Portland girl too, so I think she's in a tag team match, maybe against Tate Conti and Saraya. Paige, yeah.
Paige, yeah. That's like my favorite thing ever. Paige, yeah. Sounds like a pirate.
Signings. WWE just recently had a signing. They signed AAA wrestler Dragon Lee,
who was awesome.
Yeah. They need a little more of that flavor. Some lucha.
Yeah, they need to bring back Samurai del Sol. Kalisto,
so we can botch all over the place and give terrible promos. Do the great lucha thing.
Lucha. They bring back Lindsay Dorado.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let him just be a character the way like he is.
Yeah.
Like let him be himself. Vince McMahon has returned to the board of directors, but Triple H will remain head of creative.
Oh man.
I got visibly upset when, because you texted us and you're like, "Oh, hey, you guys got any good?"
I legit didn't know what you were talking about when you said that.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That he trended in top 10 on Twitter for like a week. Vince did.
It made me visibly upset when it's like, "Oh, Vince McMahon is back." I was like, No.
He's like the cops right now, coming to bust up the party. You know what I mean? Like
he's the worst.
He's coming to tell everybody to go home, and I don't like it. I mean, the rumor is, he's blocking any media right deals and that kind of stuff. But y'all think the whole that he's really going to sell?
The rumor is that he's going to sell, and Nick Khan's going to get a big payout, and all that shit.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of
Who's
Nick
going to
Khan,
sell
man.
to? I heard
venture capitalist group.
The owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He could. Like,
I heard like Comcast was maybe one of the first ones that might be in line to buy him.
I can't see Comcast.
Time Warner.
Yeah, maybe.
Isn't that
this is
like
one of the ones I've seen? But
it's gonna be.
That's what I figured, something like that.
Berkshire Hathaway is going to buy WWE. They're breaking into the
Warren
wrestling.
Buffett.
Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett.
He could write a check for the WWE. How awesome is that?
Yep.
Let's see. CNBC says these are the people who may buy it.
Hit it.
Shut up, CNBC. I don't care. I have that ad block on. Comcast, Fox.
Oh no.
Disney.
Oh, extra no.
Warner Brothers.
One Night Raw on Disney Plus. All right.
Oh,
fuck me, dude.
That'd be awful.
Warner Brothers Discovery, Netflix, Amazon, or a group called Endeavor Group Holdings.
Ah, there's the venture capitalist firm.
Yeah.
Liberty Media.
Anytime anything's up for sale, just put Amazon's name in there. They can buy God. Like anybody.
They could.
Jeff Bezos is rich as fuck.
Yeah, that's
Even after the divorce.
Bezos.
Yeah, they're going to be doing healthcare and
that already started.
Tiny balls.
The Amazon Clinic thing, that already started.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
If anyone needs boner pills, you can just go to Amazon now and get some boner
Dude, I go to
pills.
Amazon Fresh all the time, and it totally rocks.
Is that the market? The Fresh?
Yeah, it's next to my house. Actually, you can
Oh,
walk
yeah.
in, grab your groceries, and walk out.
Oh yeah, I've been to one of those in Seattle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have those here in old Bloomington because it's
God,
Bloomington.
Yeah. We got all
All right.
motherfucker.
We have that too. I don't want to pay a quarter for a buggy.
Get it back when you're done.
A buggy?
It's rental fee.
Are you wearing your
quarter
tooth while you're shopping with your buggy?
It's the first time I've ever called it a buggy, by the way. I usually call it a shopping cart.
Shopping trolley.
The old shopping trolley.
You put it in your grocery getter.
Your tooth.
Anyway, yeah. So Becky Lynch has announced that she will be reprising her role as Cyndi Lauper on Young Rock.
Okay. Seems fine.
Yeah, cool.
Sure.
I think she's gonna go the old John Cena route.
Bang bang.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
And
which she should.
Lastly,
there's only
unless
so
you'll
many
have
famous redheads she can play.
I don't care.
unless-
She's amazing.
Unless you have anything else, the last thing I got is WWE has announced that WrestleMania 39 has broken the all-time gate record for the event. The exact figure hasn't been stated, but the previous record was at 17.3 million.
Well, the exact figure hasn't been stated because they haven't made it up yet. They always inflate their numbers.
I remember back in the day, everything was sold out. We were here at the Coliseum, sold out.
Where you could look in the stadium and see open seats.
Remember back in the day, they used to have they'd always have the New York the New York stage set up where they had fans there, and they would transition over there. Sometimes they're in Raw.
Yeah,
there's always Tess that was the host for some reason.
Right.
This Mania is going to be big. I mean, it's Hollywood, man.
It's in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, Rock might be in the main
WrestleMania
event.
goes Hollywood.
Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, let's talk a little Wrestle Kingdom.
If you submit,
that was good.
That was good. Let's talk about it though. Like I said, I only watched 2 matches at Wrestle Kingdom.
That's all you needed to watch.
Okada, White, and Omega and Ospreay. Let me tell you what, man. Yes, Omega, Ospreay, fucking amazing. I don't even like saying the stars, but 20,000 stars. This match was so good, dude.
As a pure wrestling match, no story, no build up, no storyline, whatever. This might be the best wrestling match I've ever seen in my entire life. It was phenomenal.
Yeah. Well, they had a little bit of storyline because they were.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. The story didn't matter.
Yeah. No, it didn't matter at all. No, but yeah. And I'm such an Ospreay fan, but about halfway through this, I'm like, I don't even care. I'd love to see Ospreay win, but
it doesn't matter.
I don't even care. I don't even care. This guy was so good, man. I literally didn't want it to end. 40 minutes, I think they went.
And there was not a single downbeat in the entire match.
As hard as they went for 40 minutes,
Woof.
Jesus.
How?
I mean,
Ospreay was pissing blood for the last 30 minutes of the match. Not literally pissing blood out of his face. It'd be weird. He would probably have to go to the hospital if he was.
He was crying in the post press conference.
It was amazing. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I've watched it 3 times. I think 3 or 4 times. It should have been the main event. I almost felt bad for the Okada. What's his name? Match.
Jay White.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of Jay White because it was that good. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's always so long, and I don't know. I just usually I will cherry pick Wrestle Kingdom because it's just too long to watch all of it. But these 2 were amazing.
And this is coming from me being very anti Kenny Omega lately, and I was like, all right, I don't care. This is so good.
Yeah, this was real good. Yeah, so he's the United States IWGP champion now.
Never open /
Never open weight.
Kind of weight.
/ IWGP, GPWI. Yeah. All right, so that was good stuff, man. So Very, very good matches. I'm such a Will Ospreay mark, but yeah, it was
Me too.
It was good stuff, man.
It's
All right,
awesome.
AJ, it's time to give us the preview of next week, sir. Primo.
I didn't fuck it up this time.
I was ready. I just had to find.
You're listening to the Sit Down Marks podcast, and I'm the King of Catterday, and it's Gary fucking J.
Gary fucking J.
Gary fucking
This
J.
is Primo. Literally just messaged me.
Gary fucking J.
I'm just glad that I didn't fuck that up.
Tell her you're busy. Trying to do a pod here.
What are we doing? Oh yeah, preview of next week. So it's finally here, our 100th episode. Holy fucking shit. 100 episodes. The trials and tribulations of running a podcast has been eye-opening, and to make this milestone next week is really cool and mind-blowing. It is. Where was I? So to celebrate and thank all of our fans and wrestlers who have helped us get to 100, we are going... Oh, you turd. We are going to acknowledge all the former
Acknowledge me.
Fucking damn it. All the former guests on the pod, including some audio clips from some of those interviews, and talk about where we were in our pod adventure, our excitement of interviewing these people, and much more. It's going to be great. Watch us mark out over our own selves. Also, I will host a game of Last Man Standing. We will talk Impact's Hard to Kill results and reflect a bit on the pod's past and some things we have planned moving forward. Thanks again for checking us out. Next week will be a fun one. Triple digits, baby!
Baby, that's right. Yeah, and I'm gonna add on top of that, like we're gonna go through these guests, and talk about, just briefly each one of them. But we're gonna shoot. We're gonna shoot like if we were nervous, like things that happened during the podcast, like anything we could remember from interviewing these wrestlers, from the beginning all the way to to where we are now. Obviously a little more comfortable, so that's gonna be fun. So last notes on the way out, boys. Let's talk a couple things. Who's your favorite champion not named Roman? I'll go first. It's Charlotte Flair for me.
Of course.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Actually, Darby Allin. I'm going to say Darby Allin. He's fucking awesome. Glad to have a belt on him again.
I mean, Primo did wear his face on our logo. Is it Darby for you too, Primo? Yeah.
North American champion Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh,
fair.
yeah, that's a good one too. I'm gonna stick with Darby, but that's also a good pick.
Yep. Over under Vince sells WWE in 6 months.
100%.
Over or under 6 months?
Over.
Under.
Okay.
I'm guessing by spring. When does the business year start? April 1st? Is that when I think it'll be sold by the start of the business year.
Why not the fiscal year?
Or that's what I meant, fiscal year.
Fiscal year ends September 30th.
Well, when does it start?
October 1st.
Well, god damn it. Okay, business. I'm sticking with my fucking prediction. March.
All right, cool.
Or WrestleMania.
Yeah. He's got to put the shine on himself somehow.
All right, so FTR, they dropped all of their titles in a span of a month. Are they going back to the WWE?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And guess who's going to follow him?
Who?
CM Punk.
Bryan Danielson.
I'm thinking Punk too.
I'm gonna call it. Yeah, it's not Bryan Danielson.
It'll
be. I bet CM Punk. I bet all three of them go back. And guess what?
Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
I
just went through a whole range there.
I think he's on his last run.
Yeah, probably. I don't think he's gonna do much more.
All right, one last trivia question here, boys, before we go home. See if you guys remember this. You ready?
Yes.
What happened on this day in wrestling history on Monday Night Raw in 2006? Any guesses?
John Cena. That's all.
He probably was on it. Yeah. Primo, any guess? Anything you want to throw out there?
DX reunited.
How about a live sex celebration between Edge
oh my
and Lita?
God.
DX didn't reunite till the summer, but yeah, the rated R celebration.
Yep.
Yeah.
Edge and Lita. It was 2006.
I remember that.
Today.
This is like prime Primo. Like I was 17.
So you got a big ass wood on fucking seeing Lita's panties.
Lita had like a whole lot of side titty out. So
yeah. How many times did you pause and rewind when she had the old nip slip that happened during that segment?
And we all seen Edge's tongue way more than we wanted to ever.
He's a bad boy. But yeah, the DX did reunite that summer.
Yeah.
By the way, what a kick in the dick to Matt Hardy. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, Edge, oh, by the way, he in real life stole your girlfriend. Also, you're fired. Also, they're going to bang on live TV. So, go fuck yourself. Have some drugs.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, poor Matt Hardy.
Eric Bischoff was like, television.
God. Oh, fucking Eric Bischoff.
Yep. Life imitating art, and that's real life. All right, boys.
Eric Bischoff.
Oh, you're right.
Where's
Keep spreading the good word of wrestling, boys. You got anything else before we go home?
No.
All right, AJ. Take us on home, Daddy-O. We're going to episode 100 next week.
On to triple digits.
Yeah, push it. Yeah, push it.
Push it. Push it. You guys remember a long time ago where I used to talk about Starship Coyote because it was one of Scott Hall's, like, his original name, one of his original names?
Coyote.
Starship Coyote.
I thought about that today.
I want a Starship Coyote t-shirt.
I almost made a Starship Coyote t-shirt. I almost had made that one back in the day.
Yeah.
Right. Well, there you go. There's the idea for the new one. But it's got to be something clever. You can't just say Starship Coyote. How about it says...
Just in block letters.
Starship Coyote Mark.
You know how they like government food? It used to just say like cheese.
Cheese.
Like that's how I think this Starship
Government
Coyote.
cheese.
Yeah, that's it.
Just get one that says wrestler.
Yeah.
Wrestlers. Your favorite wrestler.
Not a wrestler.
You're
not a
wrestler.
wrestler.
Yes. Oh my God, we need to make these. These are kind of brilliant.
Look at us. All right, boys. See you next week. Top Guys out.